regardless of what Misi has done. But you know what? I'm kind of disappointed in Misi. Misi went and put on all that muscle, and it's like, dog, did you work on your skills? Because he did not impress me, and I'm kind of. But like you said, DC, it's almost like Misi needs to be instructed on where to go and stuff like that. But I was hoping he would have been. I was hoping to see a whole lot more from him. I mean, it's not too late, but
I mean, defensively, I don't think he looked horrible. He looked like he got a little better rebounding, not as big of an improvement as I would like.
and we need him to finish around that basket.
And I can't really gauge it. It's in the summer league, right? He still can't catch for shit, you
I
know.
mean, yeah, no, he can't. But I mean, look at how we looked at Jordan Hawkins on last summer league. We want we always talk about how we want to see some improvement. What have you guys been working on? You've had plenty of time. Your off season started early. You didn't make the play in, nor the playoffs. So you had plenty of time to work on your game, work on something. Because the off season, you still in the off season. But I think just naturally we want to see something that's different. And Jordan Hawkins, you could tell, he worked on his defense, worked on getting stronger. We knew his shot was already there. I don't know if his handle really got any better, but it's like, Macy, dog, you a professional. You gotta be able to catch. You got to be able to catch the ball. Be strong when you go up with the ball. Just things like that. Finishing around the basket. It just seems like he's delayed. Like, dude, like guys shouldn't be able to block your shot and stuff like that. And then understand like using the pump fake, pump faking when you got the defender on your hip and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, going up strong with the ball and not losing in things. But I think really the catching and just finishing around the basket is that's one of the things that kind of bother me. Like, dude, you put on all this weight. Okay, they're not pushing you around, but if you're not finishing around the basket, if you're not catching the ball, they still pushing you around, even with the weight on. So I I know this stuff is a process, and Misi, he doesn't have a lot of years under his belt, since being drafted and things, but you do want to see some improvement. I mean, and like I said, it's the same thing with Jordan Hawkins. We want to see it with him. And one thing that didn't help with Jordan is that they didn't have him in the right position. They wanted him to handle point, and it's like, dude, like he's a true two. Like that's his role. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
I kind of see what they were trying to do, and I'm not mad at it. I think they were the idea was to increase Jordan's handle. Like when I see him dribble, he has the ability to be a lot better with the ball than he is, right? So I think they thought allowing him to run point in the summer league would unlock or maybe open up a little bit of a more playmaking skill for him. He's supposed to be Baby Ray Allen, right? So trying
shoot, yeah, baby Ray, but he's been. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen Clay, Steph, or Ray like
to.
bench like that.
That's why.
They
That's why.
even
That's
if
why
they
they
are
say
bench, they
baby.
still get playing time.
That's why they say baby Ray. But I think they were trying to add to his bag for his dribbling. That's all I think that was about, and have him be better at getting his own shot and being successful with it. Shit failed miserably because I just don't think we do good developing guys through stuff like that. Like we can get them to grow at what they're already good at, but just introducing like a whole new set of skills for them, man. Since we lost the shot doctor, I don't know who have we unlocked with this new skill that they didn't have when they got here.
Nobody.
I think Jordan Hawkins is just kind of
Nobody.
casualty of that. I still think that we bringing him up, man. He's a wild card to me because I still think he can be pretty good when he gets away from this coaching staff, whether that's with us or somebody else. We just don't use him properly at what he's good at, and he don't get enough minutes to kind of stay in a rhythm. He's more of a rhythm shooter, and when you don't know what your damn role is from one game to the next, I could see how that could not have you play your best. And also, he dealing with the back thing. So, curious to see how it pans out for Hawk, though. I still think he's a guy with a ton of potential, but he ain't getting no younger. He was already an old rookie. Let's see what we got here. The standings in the West. So just want to take a look at the Western Conference before we get up out of here. And I know we got all these issues, but I don't think it's impossible for the Pels. You got so many good teams in the West, man. I mean,
Mhm.
you got teams with 40 wins that ain't gonna make the playoffs, and when you go over to the East,
Yeah.
well, they had a 40 win,
Yeah. I feel like the Southwest Division is the hardest. Like, the
40 team in
Southwest
the
Division just packed up.
yeah.
They ain't even playing, man. That's why I don't even need to
Well,
look outside the Southwest Division. I
even
mean,
in the Southwest, though, you still got, to me, two coaches that ain't proven, and the coach of the Spurs, and then the coach of Memphis. Like we don't know how that's gonna pan out, or if they gonna add them extra 5 wins as a coach.
well, we know
Surely they'll
Willie
look
Green
better
ain't up
against
there,
us.
is he?
I
You
know
didn't
they're
even
gonna look
mention
better against us.
him.
I know you're going, but you do got Jason Kidd, and you got Udoka with Houston.
Yeah.
They're definitely awesome,
And
and
the Spurs, really, I know we don't know a whole lot about that coach, but I mean, Popovich just, has the reins on this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm really not worried about that too much because Pop is just in the office. It's
I
you
mean,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you really he's not gonna be shy about coming down and talking to him and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure he's learned a whole lot from him. So, and then with the talent that he has, I'm pretty sure he's going to be just fine. The culture in Memphis, they've had the same identity for a long time. They really have. And because they've had such a strong identity, being the grindhouse, the grit and grind, whatever the motto is, that's going to be there. So I understand that those coaches are improving. Obviously, they are, but the identity of the organization and their system is still there. Okay, it's almost like it's
how do we
acting as
know?
their
How
own
do we
entity.
know their system is still there? You familiar with their new coach?
No, but
I know they had
the
that
organization,
weird
like,
ass
they have a
stage.
strong identity. They have a strong system. Like, they've kept that intact for years. Like, it's been like that. The Pelicans don't have that.
What do they
Like,
call that?
everybody,
Would they be running that circle motion where everybody just kind of moves away from the ball like in a circle? You know what that
no,
is? Like it's like a kind of a set that they was running. I don't know if they still run it. When somebody would drive, everybody would move like away from the ball, almost in a circular like type motion. It was something real creative they
motion.
was doing, man. Yeah, it was motion, but they do it a little different.
Well, there's a lot of different motion offenses.
This one I ain't never seen nobody doing that. Well, they did it.
And who did this?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who the main guy was behind it. I'm just curious if he's still over there in Memphis. I think it might have been one of their assistant coaches or whatever that came with that. Or that might maybe that's the guy they called up to be their coach. She's saying he's a great coach. I guess she's talking about the coach from yeah, oh damn, so he is the coach. Okay. Yeah, their offense probably gonna be stellar then if that guy's the coach. Because
Now, who are you talking about? Dude at the Spurs?
no, I'm talking about Memphis.
Oh, okay. I mean,
It's
I
like
didn't really care for his look,
Stacy,
but
I don't know his name either, but
yeah, I
Stacy
don't
know
know his
who I'm talking
name.
about. Stacy said he the best offensive mind in the world. That's how I praise Stacy. But yeah, he was an assistant over there, and he had that motion offense, man. And it's like
Well, didn't we
he was
have an
fucking
offensive
everybody up
mind
for a
in
little
Dan
while.
Tony, but he wasn't helping the Pelicans out at all. And we
It's,
supposed to have an offensive guru in Borrego, but we don't never see that with Willie as a head coach.
well,
But I'm just saying.
that's still that's different, Lex, from what I'm talking about with this.
I know.
This
I'm
guy
just
came
saying.
through. He came
Shoot.
through with an innovation. Like he came through with something new that
Hmm.
hadn't been seen before. But I was just curious about that. But looking at a lot of these teams in the West, like I'm gauging it. I'm pretty sure Memphis is going to be good for years to come. But it's first year coach. You got the Spurs first year coach. I don't
I
know if they're
mean,
gonna
he
they gonna
he,
be
he
at
took
their
over
maximum
coaching last year.
for the Spurs.
No, Memphis. The Memphis coach,
Yeah,
they
late in the year, and they went through the
yeah, but
playoffs.
yeah, this will be his first
It's
full
still an
season.
adjustment. It's an adjustment.
Okay, well,
Um,
shoot.
The Spurs, they got some young guys. You got Castle, second year player, who you kind of depending on. You got Dylan Harper, who's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Wemby's ready, and they got some other pieces around them. I'm not saying they're not gonna
Luke
be good.
Kornet,
You got
Kelly
Luke Cornett,
Olynyk,
you
and
got Kelly
De'Aaron
Olynyk.
Fox.
Kelly Olynyk done been on 15 teams. As good as I like them with us, it ain't like, oh my God, they got Kelly Olynyk. I don't know what we gonna do.
Well, he's a smart player,
He is a smart player.
and he
He's
fits
a
them
good player.
well. Very
But I
disciplined
can't I
too.
can't look at Kelly Olynyk and be like he's the defining factor when it comes to winning.
No, I was just saying,
You
like,
know,
to add, another high IQ player, a stretch four, that's a plus,
most definitely.
and then you still have De'Aaron, you still have the Vassell
Can't forget about De'Aaron. Yeah, they got De'Aaron
and
Fox.
Johnson.
I'm a little curious to how they gonna roll that out. Like, is one of those guys gonna come off the bench? Are they gonna just run three
Oh,
guard
and they
lineups?
still got Harrison Barnes, don't they?
They still got
They
Harrison Barnes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
It's solid.
they
It's solid. But I mean, it ain't like I'm looking at them and they like a juggernaut.
well, no, I wasn't looking at them like that
I
either,
mean, it's
but,
all on Wemby though, and they're in a lot of ways they got a Hulk, you know what I'm saying? Wemby is if he have an
you mean an
MVP type
alien?
season, alien, yeah, that's what they call him. If he got an MVP type season, you know what I'm saying? And sky's the limit, definitely. I'm just saying everybody has their holes or ways where I could see them not being as successful as everybody thinks. There's three teams to me is just ain't no hole. You got Dallas, you got OKC, and you got Houston. And them three teams, I think even if somebody goes down, like they're still gonna be able to win at a high level. And I guess I'm not sold on Memphis still doing that, this new collection, but normally it would be built like that. The Clippers are injury away, and we don't know how they're gonna look without Michael Porter Jr. I think they're probably
I
gonna
mean,
look
they got
better.
Cam Johnson.
Got
He
Cam
plays some
Johnson,
place.
do,
Yeah,
and
they traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson.
right, but I'm saying we think they're gonna look better, but we ain't never seen them play. I don't know. I think,
We ain't
but I
never
don't
seen
know.
Houston play either.
Right, but I mean, it is KD. He's probably the most plug and play guy
Look at you.
ever
I'm just
was.
saying we haven't look, DC, we haven't seen none of these teams
Look how extreme you going. You going from Cam Johnson to KD. I'm just making a
play.
point of
Oh,
everybody's got
man.
different stuff going on. The Lakers, to me, they ain't do anything impressive, but I mean, they still got
Hey, they
LeBron.
got they got
They
they
can
got
fully count him out. Who?
dominating Aiton.
Um, I forgot they got him.
Yeah, I told you, DC. Remember we were talking?
Ain't no move the needle.
I told you.
They still need another big with him. You know what I'm saying?
Lakers gonna probably pick him up,
But I
and
mean,
they
you got a
did.
collection of good teams, and everything is just up for grabs. It's almost like a rat race, man. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. Looking
Oh,
at that, I can't count us out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we get look. Pelicans get a better coach. Hey, man,
We got some teams
Did
numbers
we
on this
the
list
Pelicans
too.
got something all of a sudden. I mean, obviously, you gotta get the right one. Golly, man. I mean, that makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference when you got when you got juggernaut talent and then you got a juggernaut coach who knows how to put the talent together. I mean, it makes a difference, man. It's like, that's why, that's one thing looking at Dallas, looking at
Yeah, I
Houston.
forgot.
That's
Yeah,
one thing that makes
Kyrie
them
out.
dangerous because
Kyrie out in
look
Dallas.
at the coaching. We saw that video of Ime Udoka.
Oh,
He was sparring,
he was sparring with
sparring
a
training with
point guard.
Van Vliet. You know what I'm
Van
saying?
Vliet.
It's like, golly, that's what the Pelicans need. Like, how come, man, somebody
We
sparring
could
with
have had him
Zion or
too.
something? You know what I'm saying? Ime Udoka sparring with Zion. Man, let me tell you something. Man, that's a beautiful scene right there. It really is. Golly. Hey, the Pelicans could use some of that for real.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You got a lot that's still up for grabs, even with all that. Like even with the Rockets, like it's still gonna be a transition for a short period for them integrating Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? There's so
Oh,
many
shoot.
different things, but I mean, you look at the West and I
Man,
get it: 68 wins, 52 wins, 50 wins, 50 wins, 50 wins, 49 wins, 48 wins, 48 wins. Shit, I get it. I
yeah.
get it. But somebody on this list, I'm just looking for one or two teams to not be at the level that they were last year in the Pelican slide. I don't know who that is, but a couple of teams up here, for whatever reason, we seem to be able to beat when we're at our best. We can beat Minnesota. Like we pretty much got their number. You know what I'm saying? We
Same thing with the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah, we always get the Clippers. We put up a good little
I
fight
don't
with
know.
them
They
this
got
time.
Lopez now. They picked up Lopez. He's
Yeah,
probably gonna be playing
42nd
the
center
four.
to pair with Zubac. No, they got Collins too. So I
Oh
can't say
yeah,
they
they got
gonna stop.
Collins. Golly.
They stacked.
Yeah, they beefed up.
They stacked, but
Yeah.
and they got Bradley Bill. But my thing is
Well,
this:
that wasn't really notable,
when
but
they
I get
when
what you're saying.
I've seen this movie so many times. We looked at Brooklyn and it was stacked too. Where older players that were good and that
I
shit
don't
didn't fare
know.
out
I'm
well
looking
at
at link.
all.
No, I was saying like you were saying like teams that Pelicans had their number. I
Oh yeah,
said
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying
We
the
got that.
Clippers. But
Yeah,
then I went on to say that they added the different players that they added. But I get what you're saying. But yeah, I was
they
just
got they
talking
got
on,
too many. They one of them teams to me. They got too many names. But Ty Lue probably can figure it out. He's a real good coach. But they got it's like ain't enough basketballs, man. You got James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi, John Collins. They got Zubac, and they got Lopez. I guess
I
Lopez,
was surprised that they got rid
and they
of
still got
Powell.
Batum and all them guys.
I was
You
about to
say
say Colin Powell, but that ain't his name. But
oh,
Powell, they traded, yeah, they traded him to Miami. I was like, dang, man,
they,
why'd
they,
y'all
they
get rid of
flipped
Powell?
they flipped him for Bill, but I mean the way Bill played with Phoenix, but he ain't have a point. He ain't have James Harden a lot better than Book at running the point. So I don't know how Bradley Bill gonna look though. I ain't so
Stacy had a question. What is our in-season tournament group? I know the Clippers and the Lakers are in it. I think Dallas is in there too.
Dallas. I think Denver too, right?
I hope not. Lord Jesus.
They go pilot season. I don't.
Golly.
I
I
don't
know
foresee
those
us
three
winning that
teams are
shit.
definitely in it though, Stacy.
That would be dope if we could win the in season tournament.
You know what? Who is Willie still gonna be? Oh,
Come on. I said that would be dope if we can win it. I didn't say we
no,
were
that
gonna
would
win
be
it.
super dope.
Oh wow. He might have to play.
All right, DC, we gotta go, man. I got an 8 o'clock game.
Oh girl, you still up there talking?
Yes. I got an 8 o'clock game on tomorrow.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
And look,
Pels,
Big Q left. Little chicken. I saw you leave.
he fell asleep with them. Shit, I can't even go to the media stuff to close out the show properly, man. I don't even have all my
Uh-oh.
stuff in here. But
Uh-oh.
anyway, on that note, Pels wrap up the summer league, and
Oh, and
they
five.
didn't do they didn't do very well from a win perspective. We still have a
Mm-mm.
chance to put a W in the win column for the acquisitions that we made in the draft. Both of our guys showed up and they showed flashes, and we would like to see them to continue to build on that going into the preseason. And
Mm-hmm.
then we can actually start to get idea of what this will look like. Once we actually visit live game action again for a while in the not so far away future, but not so close in October. So you got us here breaking it down, rain, sleet, or snow. Me, Big Q, and Lex. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show. We gonna always be here for y'all, family. I really didn't want to do the show tonight. Lex had a game. Big Q and fell asleep. But we here. So next time we do this, hopefully we got some better news to bring to y'all than 0 and 5. So with that,
Smash the like button like you wanna punch Willie in the face.
there you go. Hey, hold on. Let me see where it's at. Let me see if I still got it here. Oh damn, it ain't up there.
It's all right.
I was gonna put the picture of him back up there looking all stupid next to
No summer league playoffs, Tramal. Okay.
yeah,
0 and 5.
from
0
yeah,
and 5.
from